trash. Kind of unfortunate the world, no matter what you do, no matter how much you pick up, I mean, you can make a difference. And I think if you can make a difference, you should make a difference in this world, in this day, in this minute. And I was just pushed live, and I realized there's some napkin on the ground next to me, and it was kind of bugging me out a little bit. And I just took a moment and threw it away. And, there's always going to be troubles in our lives. There's always going to be challenges we face, and there's always going to be garbage to pick up. Because if everything was perfect, if there was no garbage to pick up, I don't know if there'd be purpose or meaning or reason. And if we didn't ever have any challenges in life, life would be awfully boring. So that's my thought for you here. I'm kind of doing this as a joke right now, stretching for you. But I don't know. I think stretching's important. And again, I'm 54 years old. And any little bit helps to keep in touch with fitness and with conditioning and what have you. And so I think even a little bit of stretching, a little bit of cleaning is better than no stretching and no cleaning at all. Hello, Harley. Hello, I appreciate when anyone refers to me as Bruce Willis. Got a truck coming by. I thought I'd pick a quiet spot. Truck drivers are often friendly. I guess it's because they're probably all alone for so much of the day, driving by themselves and cruising down the highway. And remember when I was a kid, either in a bus or maybe in the back of my parents' car doing this, been so excited when the truck driver honked back at us. But anyway, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is, what day is it? It's Thursday morning. It is 6:35. It is June 15th, I believe. And good morning, Angela. So happy Thursday. This is a little show I have been doing for quite some time, and it is a show about me talking and kind of sharing some ups and downs. Hold on, I'm gonna put my feet up. I feel like I'm living in luxury over here. Been doing this show on park benches over the last several days, and I was trying to pick a new Good Morning smartwatch. I was trying to pick a new corner to do my show at, and I saw a place I wanted to do it, and I was walking along, and I go, hey, there's these tables set out here outside of Cinnaholic. Why don't I just sit and grab a table? Hey, Smartwatch, thank you so much for following the host. I saw in tights at the Pride Parade. I don't know what that means. But anyway, thank you, Angela, for loving my sweatshirt. And I do look like Bruce Willis? Well, thank you. Bruce Willis is really cool. But anyway, it's a show I've been doing a long time, and it is a show about me talking and sharing some ups and downs and kind of getting my day started and sharing a little bit about the roller coaster that is life. I seem to be able to have a positive spin even on the dips in the roller coaster. And I think I've learned that, and I was realizing it this morning. I was waking up, I was so comfortable, I didn't want to get out of bed. I was wondering what time it was. Probably had to pee a little bit, so I knew I had to get out of bed. My time and relaxing and cuddling in my bed was limited. But somehow, and again, I'm not even that religious or that spiritual, and I don't read the Bible, but I am telling you, if you have 3 words you need to say to feel a little better, it's thank you, Lord. And maybe for those that don't want to, are more agnostic out there or whatever, you can drop the Lord maybe, but just the thank you is so important and there's so many opportunities, and there's so many little reasons to be grateful. And yeah, there's a lot of reasons to be miserable or kind of complain or bitch and moan. But I'll tell you what, if you're bitching and moaning, you're not feeling very good. And when you're thanking the Lord or thanking the universe or just throwing gratitude out to the world, I don't know, it can really make you feel better. And it was kind of funny. I was walking around doing my thing this morning, and thank the Lord for the banana. Thank you, Lord, for the beautiful way the sun looked in the sky. And there's just so many reasons that can help your mood change. And believe me, do I have a P.O. box for gifts? That's the sweetest thing. I was thinking, a P.O. box. Somebody suggested that a while ago. I'm not totally sure what a P.O. box is. I mean, I know what a P.O. box is, but I don't know its purpose. But I appreciate you that, Angela. But anyway, for those who've been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I just, I have a hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm so excited to take my first sip at this early. It's not even that early. I slept in this morning, but I'm so excited to take my first sip. Cheers. I hope wherever you are. Sorry, I was so excited. I almost forgot to cheers you guys. I hope that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. It's really hot. And it's interesting. I mean, it's not that interesting. It's not that interesting. But when you're me, and you do a coffee show, and you're talking to yourself pretty much, you have to find some things interesting. Because if you don't, you're just going to sit there. You're not going to talk. The audience, I have 43 people watching right now, is going to go beep, beep, 42, 41, 38, 33, 0. Because good morning from North Carolina and coffee. Robert, I would recommend you stop the stealing. And but I do appreciate you watching. I don't recommend stealing copper wire out of some guy's AC. Good morning, Michelle. So anyway, group of young girls in a car, very full of energy. Very early for that age. I have two girls, 14 and 17. I promise you they're both sleeping right now. Good morning from Illinois. And anyway, I'm coming at you. And let me give you a quick tour of where you are. I was getting a little comfy. Am I in downtown Naperville right now? I sure am. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois, which is a town of about 145,000 people, about 35 miles west of Chicago. It's interesting. I'm sitting outside the end of a Filson store. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Filson. They have very expensive, like mountaineering, kind of outdoorsy stuff. And I've been in there several times. I've never purchased anything. I think it's a neat store. Here's what I wanted to show you. I don't know if you could see it, but the sun looks so pretty. And I don't know if it's, because there's fires burning in Canada or what have you, but the sun looks different today. And like it's coming through a haze. And normally I wouldn't say haze is something we desire or we strive for. But it's pretty. And I don't know if you can see off in the distance beyond, by the sun, you see a big church steeple. I'm drawing a blank as to what church it is at this time. I've been there. It's a Catholic church. It's very well known, and I'm forgetting the name of it, so forgive me. And I'm going to go back and sit down. Get my coffee back on. I stood up too fast. I'm in danger. I don't know if you can see this. I'm in danger of getting squirted by these little sprinklers that are watering the flower beds here in Naperville, Illinois. So let's sit back down. You're in Gurnee. Hello, Eileen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all so much for watching. And thank you all so much for tuning in. I don't know what I have for you today. I had something not that interesting. As I was walking into Starbucks, there was absolutely no line. And I thought, oh, good, no line. I'll get right up there. But hey, I got to go to the washroom real quick. So I went to the washroom, came out, and there was a group of two groups. It was like 10 kids that were for North Central orientation. North Central's a little community college, not a community college, a Division II school in the beautiful city of Naperville. It's actually a Division III school. I call it Division II. They actually just won the National Football Championship. Or no, they actually just went to the White House. North Central College did in the last week to celebrate their national championship in football, which I think is kind of cool. But anyway, there was a group of kids from orientation for there that were in line. And even worse, there was like 15 dudes that were about my age in line in front of me that had just finished a workout group, some men's group that gets together. I don't know. I've seen them a couple days this week. Kind of makes me feel a little guilty. I wonder why I'm not working out with them. Good morning, Shannon. Your friend graduated from North Central? Cool. I either meet California or Florida. Washroom. Well, I'm not Canadian. My mother's Scottish. My mother grew up in Scotland. I don't know. Class 88. All right. Well, cool. Let's have a little more coffee. I so appreciate you guys for joining. And again, I don't know what I have for you today. I might just sit out here and sip my coffee for a bit. And if any words of great value kind of fall out, I'll give them to you. For her one, she graduated, did you? Somebody said they screamed their butt off for their daughter when they, or their niece, I think, when they graduated from North Central College. I went to a graduation a few weeks ago. My daughter, Morgan, graduated 8th grade. And she told me before the ceremony that the teacher said, or the principal said, and I've had run-ins with this principal, the principal had told them to remind the parents not to yell till the end of the graduation. And then again, before the ceremony, he reminded us again. And I don't think he's a guy that smiles and laughs a heck of a lot. And again, and I won't blame him for it, the issue is mine. I was the assistant track coach, and I don't know. I yelled at a kid, and I feel bad about it. I shouldn't have yelled at a kid, but I was going through more than I could handle, and I thought the kid was being a little unruly, so I yelled at him, and I got talked to by the principal. And I do feel bad, and I did apologize to the kid, but either way, my experience with the principal isn't, I don't have great memories of crossing his path. He actually made me wait outside the principal's office for like 15 minutes. I was 53 at the time. Sitting outside the principal's office in junior high going, I hope he doesn't yell at me. I hope he doesn't suspend me. I hope I'm not in trouble. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, he said, he reminded us not to yell till the end because all these people were there and they wanted to hear their kids' names being called. Some people yelled, and it was so hard for me not to scream out my little Morgie's name and go, way to go, Morgan! Way to go! I tend to be a little boisterous. Some might call it loud. Some might call it boisterous. Good morning, Dennis. And it was hard for me. But I didn't yell, and I sat there, and I cringed. But I made it. My ex-wife, Morgan's mother, was there, and she goes, I was very proud of you for not yelling. And Morgan said, yeah, Dad, thanks. She would have been totes embarrassed. Yeah, they say that all the time, and usually I don't necessarily go with it. But again, I didn't want the principal telling me I had to meet him in his office for... How could he? How could he? My daughter just graduated. Can he call a parent into the principal's office? I don't trust him. He might try. I'd get scolded. Mr. Tracy, we're going to need to talk. I'm pretty sure I heard you yelling for your daughter's name when she graduated, and I thought I'd reminded you not to do that. Why did you do that, Mr. Tracy? Good morning. Happy Thursday, Cindy. So, hey, what's this? You're carrying a large box of something.
Lysol wipes.
Oh,
very exciting.
You're very clean.
Yeah, there you go.
Cleanliness is next to godliness,
right?
they say.
Very important. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. A woman carrying a very large package of Lysol wipes. Wonder what she could be doing with the Lysol wipes. Will I be on my scooter today? I think that I will. I think it's a perfect day for a scooter. I'm not working. Somebody was asking, what do I do? I don't know what I do. I got to figure out what I do. What I do is live a life of gratitude. Good morning, Ryan. Professionally, I was a realtor for 17 years, and some of my regular watchers are going to get so bored with this story. So bored. I was a realtor for 17 years, and I left it at the beginning of the year. I didn't pay my MLS dues. To heck with it. And I didn't realize how much I disliked it until I left it. And how good it felt not telling anyone I was a realtor. And I've been working at a local super Target for the last 4.5 months, and it's been good. It's taught me the value of work and taught me the value of schedules and employees and teamwork and a bunch of other things that I've enjoyed a lot. But it is a stepping stone on the way to what I do going forward, and I haven't figured that out exactly. A lot of times I think I'd like to make speaking or thank you, poet. I think I'm pretty good at this. I'm good at talking. I'm good at connecting with humans. I'm good at people. I'm good at customer service. And I think somehow, some way, I'd like to make either this or something working with people part of whatever it is that I do. And I think, again, I'm 54 years old. I wanted to put myself in a better position. About 2 years ago, I realized I wasn't happy with a bunch of things in my life, and I was dealing with that unhappiness with drinking and smoking pot every day. And about a year, I don't know, it'll be 2 years in October, I stopped doing both of those, and I started focusing a little more on these videos and chasing my dream that is Coffee with Ken. And I don't know what the destination, when I arrive, and I don't think we ever truly arrive, but I don't think I know what it's going to look like when I arrive. But I'm going to enjoy the journey, and that is what I'm doing for sure. There's a women's group of athletes. Is that Jennifer?
What's going on?
You guys run? You ladies run? I just saw a men's group in Starbucks. I felt guilty that I wasn't out there with them.
Should be out there with them.
I know I probably should. Have a great day, ladies.
You too.
But, again, Naperville, a town of 145,000, a small town feel with big city amenities. I think my running days are behind me. Maybe it's because I'm working at Target and I'm standing on my feet all day and my feet are sore and my legs are hurting. But I got a bad knee, and I'm not making I guess I'm making excuses, but I think it's a good excuse. I would like to work out a little bit more. In all the steps I've taken over the last couple of years, fitness hasn't been one of them. And that's strange, because fitness has always been a big part of my life. And it is a good way to deal with stress. Hello, Skeeter. Stress and anxiety. Maybe since I stopped drinking, I don't have as much stress and anxiety, and I don't have the desire to run it away or beat the crud out of it with exercise. And maybe that's okay. maybe when the time is right, I'll start running again. I don't know if I'll start running again, but being a little more purposeful with my exercise. And in the meantime, it's only we had like 30 cars driving by. In the meantime, maybe when I start the Coffee with Ken show, I'll start it with a little bit of stretching. And maybe I'll change the name from stretching to Calisthenics with Ken. That's kind of got the alliteration. The alliteration that we like. Calisthenics with Ken. But I think if you do calisthenics, you can't just stretch. You probably got to do like push-ups or sit-ups or jumping jacks or things like that. Jack LaLanne. But anyway, it's a beautiful morning. I'm sitting here in a sweatshirt. It's probably 60s. It's been amazingly cool in Naperville over the last few days. I think it might warm up into the 80s. And looking forward to my day. I have a day off of work. My ex-wife, number 2, I'm twice divorced. I have a beautiful little nugget of love named Augie. He's my son, and he's beautiful, and he's my little angel in life. He is getting a haircut at 3:15 today, and I'm going to meet my ex-wife and he at the barber shop or the beauty salon. I don't know if you take it what it's called, but either way. And he's going to get his second haircut, his second real haircut there. And I saw pictures from the first, but I wasn't able to make it, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. I don't know, seeing him. Anytime I see him, his smile is so big, and his eyes, his whole face smiles. I stopped by briefly yesterday, and his mama was pushing him on the swing, and his smile's so big, and again, his eyes smile, and he's clapping, and he's looking around to see if Dad is seeing him be so happy. And again, that'll be nice. I look forward to seeing him later today. So anyway, I'm going to have a little more coffee. I don't know how long I've talked, and I don't know how much I have to say. But again, if I could give you any word of wisdom, anyone out there that's hurting or struggling or feeling bad or depressed or anxious right now, find something to be grateful for. Thank you, Lord, for the chair that is supporting my feet right now. It's so easy to find things to be grateful for. And when you get your brain, I don't know, it's amazing. When you get your mind focusing on good things, I don't know, everything looks great. And on the other hand, if you get your mind focusing on stubbing your toe or a bill you got to pay or being late to work or whatever, suddenly your mind can get rolling with negative thoughts. And I'll tell you what, happiness comes from happy thoughts. And okay, hey Kitsy, way to go. Somebody just said they're 2 months sober. Life seems to be happier now. Well, I'm glad for you. I would say, for me, when I stopped drinking, I at least faced my fears and faced my emotions and faced my anxiety and dealt with it in a healthy way. I used to just bury all those feelings under alcohol and pot. And I don't think that's good. Yeah, Bethany, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, without work, there's probably no happiness. I think if life was one endless day at the beach, life might get boring. Bethany said happiness comes from working hard to create a life you're proud of. That makes sense. The Kitsy, 2 months sober. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you what, Kitsy, at 2 months, I know. I mean, I'm still kind of freaking out with how much time I have on my hand. Look at me. I look like a man of leisure. You know? Again, because had I drank last night, I'd probably still be in bed going, oh, crap, I feel like crap. What am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? And I'd eventually crawl out of bed and find my way to drinking and smoking pretty soon. And now I have the whole day in front of me, and everything looks like an opportunity and not so much a struggle. And I think that's what happens when you give up drinking and you walk away from it. And I think it's happened for me, and it feels pretty good. And it feels healthy. It feels smart. Good morning. You have a walk today or a run?
Not a run. A walk is good enough.
A walk is good enough. But anyway, so I'm going to leave you with that. One more sip of coffee. I want to thank you all so much for joining. I so appreciate you guys. So appreciate you spending a little time, sharing a little coffee with me. For anyone that follows my page, thank you so much. I appreciate it. My page is growing every day. Working on social media, learning, putting a little time into, they say, into sharpening my axe, if you will. For about a year and change, I've been plowing into social media and throwing a lot of content there. And believe me, I'm going to keep doing that. But over the last couple days, I've watched a few videos on YouTube about monetizing and growing your page and growing your audience. And I definitely picked up a couple tips and a couple ideas that I'm implementing already. And it's kind of got me invigorated again. I had my first $2 day of earnings on YouTube the other day. I think I made $2.29. That's like 45 days into my professional career on YouTube. The very first day I made 72 cents. And yesterday I made or 2 days ago I made $2.29. So that is progress, and I'm feeling good about that. And feeling good about a lot of things, and I'm feeling good about the day. I don't know what's after Target, Bethany. I don't know what's after Target. Somebody asked what's after Target. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what life holds. All I know is I think if you focus on the process and on the path, I don't know, you'd probably be feeling a little better and not put so much emphasis on the destination. And I don't know what's after Target. I do need more employment, but I'm not too fretting about it now. I'm going to go about my day and enjoy my day and enjoy my coffee and enjoy the moment and enjoy taking my little nugget of love to get his hair cut this afternoon and put one foot in front of the other and live a day of gratitude and happiness and just feeling good and moving forward. So, yeah, cheers to you. Oh, it's hard hanging up after that delicious sip. It's hard hanging up after that delicious sip. Oh. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you. I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. I hope your week's going great. I hope you're feeling good. You're living in the moment. If you're struggling out there, find something to be grateful for and make a habit of it. I believe in habits, and habits make the man or woman over time. And I think the most important habit I've instilled in my life, better than, maybe more important than not drinking, or more important than working out, or more important than anything, is feeling a little gratitude for the small things. Because I think that gets you on a good spiral and moving forward in the right direction and feeling good about a lot of things. So cheers to us. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you're loving yourself. Hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.